Last time on D&D, you guys defeated some zombie fungus things in a cave. And kind of whatever the little hub thing they were kind of spat out of, you threw some fire on it and it sank down into a pit down into the earth. And that was that. Many of you, I believe most of you, other than Samus and Franklin, basically got spored at some point.
We simped hard.
And when you got spored, you heard some sort of voice in your head. But that seems to have seemed you haven't heard it while you guys finished doing your long rest and the sun came out in the morning and all that stuff. And presumably you were continuing your trek down around the Black Hills to get to Care Andrus, which is the capital city of Storm Harbor, which is where that brewery was that you found the bottle for. Yes. Also, I found I was looking at tokens and stuff, and I found this dragon in a suit, so I put it on the map.
I see. Is that canon?
No, it was labeled Wall Street Dragon.
Yeah, but like, where does Wall Street Dragon live on the map? Can we go visit him?
I think it's supposed to be...
I was not aware of Wall Street Dragon.
In my canon, it's one of those, like, you know, like how they have on maps where they'll have pictures of like sea monsters and stuff out in the middle of the ocean. I'm imagining it's like that.
Tim is like, I was not consulted.
So where is Storm Harbor on this map?
So Storm Harbor, this whole region is Storm Harbor.
Okay.
Care Andrus is the capital city. You guys are coming around the Black Hills from up
towards Seaward. Or no, Care Andrus.
Yes.
Got it. Okay, I didn't see. I missed the horse. I got it now.
You guys are like
currently everything we see is Storm Harbor right now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, this is all Storm Harbor territory.
Farms. These are farms that are out here.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Up to the here. So it is still a bit of a trek, but you guys eventually get down out of the mountains. You know, there's a road that comes out from here that goes up into the hills. There's probably like a little small town here that you guys could probably stay in for a night. And then as you come around, there is a town here. Tim, is this water? Like, is this...
Salt marsh.
It's a salt marsh, okay. Alright, so yeah, so there's another town here that you guys probably pass through, like a smaller town that, you know, is out here in the marshes. So you basically take the main road up to the main city.
These are salt marshes?
Yep, that like gray water.
The gray stuff. I didn't really have any good assets for salt marshes.
They look exactly like salt marshes to me.
Excellent. So another thing, like as you guys were coming down from the mountains, for those of you that got spored, you are feeling rather ill, and all of you have a bit of kind of like this deep kind of cough as you guys have been coming down, and you all feel pretty ill, other than Samus and Franklin. Yeah. But so other than that, so by the time you guys get to Care Andrus, because of how like that has affected you, like you basically have a level of exhaustion. even though you've been resting for the night and stuff, because you guys have been sick for like a few days as you've gotten down to the city.
Right.
So
Is there a place to mark that in the sheet? Or no? Just have to remember it?
for exhaustion,
There's no convenient spot to mark exhaustion, no.
Okay.
It is one of the things I would prefer they would have enhanced on this sheet.
Mm.
But oh well.
Yes. So that is something. If you would have asked at one of the other small towns, they said there are apothecaries in the city that could probably help you with your ailment.
Click the gear in the top right. In the top right box, close to the bottom, show exhaustion tracking off. Click the off and click on, and now you have exhaustion on your sheet.
Oh, nice.
The top right of what?
Gear in the top right of your character sheet beneath the experience points.
Right by spells.
And then the box immediately underneath that gear, near the bottom of it, is show exhaustion hit point.
Wow, we've
tracking.
found mothball already.
Sick.
That's also it's also where you do stuff like turn on separate hit dice for each of your classes if you're a multi-classer and shit like that.
Cool.
Neat.
All right. So as you guys are coming up to the city, the gates are open, and there's people coming in and out, like with carriages and stuff, or just people walking in, coming to bring in their crops, or going out. So it's pretty bustly. But you notice right outside the main gate, there's kind of like a table set up, and there's a few people in like kind of like they have like black robes, not like robe, but like yeah, I guess it's kind of like black robes with like
Black robes and armor.
Yeah, black robes and armor, like chainmail or a breastplate and things like that. And they're standing outside the gate, and they're like, as people are going in, they're like questioning people, and there's one person at this table like just writing down notes. And you notice, I guess you guys would probably all know that. Everyone but Franklin might not know this, but you guys would know on sight that these are all members of the Inquisition, the anti-magic Inquisition, that stem from Blackvale.
The anti-magic
But
Inquisition.
they're not like stopping anyone specifically, so you guys can just walk past them, but it looks like, they're occasionally just, people are going over and they're just asking them questions and and then people are walking away. Things like that. So that's just kind of there at the main gate. So we can move. A second, let me go to the token layer. I can move.
Did you say that nobody expects them?
Nope. I wasn't expecting them. Were you expecting them?
No, I wasn't.
Yes. So as you guys kind of come in to the front gate, there is like there are guards there that look like Andrus guards. What you guys, some of you may know that they're known as the Tempest Marines, is like their army, basically. That's what they're called. And like marine in the like actual nautical like marine term.
Yeah, soldiers from boats.
Yeah, soldiers on boats. And you guys, so you're here in the city. Most of you are feeling ill. You're still looking for this guy. You know that you may have a lead at the brewery. What do you guys want to do?
What time is it?
I'd say you guys probably... It's probably like midday, I guess.
I would say probably more like 10 or 11
Okay, yeah.
a.m.
Considering more armaments.
I will say,
sick.
yeah, You said they just got into the city, Sam?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. You do occasionally see more of the black-clad figures in the street.
Mhm.
Those being the Inquisition fellows.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and it seems
Okay.
like they're just kind of, they're like asking, they're just, kind of talking with people, and, some people are writing down notes or whatever, and then, people will be talking to them or whatever, and then they're like, okay, and they do that, and then they'll walk over, start. So, some of them walk off to different parts of the city, and
Another thing, you see, there are a lot of dogs in the city.
yes,
Are these golden retrievers, pit bulls, or poodles?
they're corgis.
Corgis. Wow,
Have
they are
there-
specifically all corgis?
Yes.
Were there normal, I'm assuming that I've been here before. Were there normally a lot of corgis around?
Yes.
Like, is this just a
Yeah.
thing? Okay.
Yeah.
Isn't that like the Inquisition's trained magic sniffing dogs or something?
No.
No, it is a care.
Well, not to your knowledge.
Yeah.
They look
More
adorable.
specifically, the Inquisition has not trained magic sniffing dogs recently as a new thing.
That you know of.
Yeah.
Actually, on that topic, is the Inquisition is not normally sitting around Terran just asking questions?
Correct.
No.
Okay.
So something's up, because there wouldn't be this many Inquisition members here normally.
Mm-hmm. Something
I would
sounds
like to
the...
find an apothecary because this cough is killing me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think our first order of business is to figure out something so that we aren't as sick or
Yeah.
feeling sick.
Okay. I guess I would presume that if you live in the Storm Harbor area or are Brian and Gabe's characters, because you've probably have come here for bounty reasons at some point or another.
I'm from the Storm Harbor area.
I believe so.
Okay.
Yes. That you would give me a
Let's do
history check
hell.
with advantage, because you've been to the city before and you probably could just be like, oh, there's an apothecary over in this general area. Otherwise, you'll probably have to just ask someone.
And because I'm exhausted. Cool.
Yeah.
I succeeded.
Just for the record, the first level exhaustion is disadvantage on ability checks.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
Oh, that's
that
I
true.
one-
figured that was why he gave it to us with advantage.
Yeah. Okay, so Olin and Tommy, you guys know,
Tommy.
yeah, Tommy rolled a.
I got a
Brian got
16.
one higher than
Oh, sorry. Sorry. My yeah.
button.
So and Brian. So Olin, Brian,
Okay.
Tommy. You guys
Woohoo!
you guys are like, yeah, there's, so kind of as you come into the city, there's like the barracks, and then past that there's like residential, and then you get into like the marketplace, and the marketplace sits basically right between the quote unquote lower city and upper city, like where the lower class and upper class people kind of, where that divide is. So the market's like right in the center. And
Also,
there's going to be an apothecary there right next to the church. There's the church, and then there's apothecary type places right there.
can I have
So,
taken my disguise off before coming
yeah,
into
I figured you guys,
Storm
you
Harbor?
probably would have. Yeah.
Because I don't know if I'm well known, but if I'm known here, I'm known as Chaos, probably.
Sure. So you guys, yeah. So yeah, you can go. You get to an apothecary. The market is pretty.
And did I make sure to do it out of sight of everyone else?
Oh, okay, sure.
I have a lot to protect. Sorry.
Could have changed like during your last watch or whatever for the.
And just like no one asked any questions about you changing your outfit. We're
My
just
friend
discussing it at this
Batman had some other things to take care of, but he
Samus
said
for
that-
sure didn't.
point.
So
I believe you.
So you guys get to the apothecary. So here in Karandris is like 95% human population. There might be a few dwarves here and there. But that's probably about it, just because they're not that far away. There might be an elf or two, but they probably are either in the upper district or they're like an ambassador or envoy or whatever that would be staying at the palace.
Mhm.
But for the most part, that, though most of the people don't really give your non-human companions they don't like stare at you or anything. They're just like whatever. For the most part, a small child might look at Gabe in a little bit of awe and wonder because you're a Birdman. But other than that, it's not really that.
How would Gabe respond?
I probably wouldn't notice.
Fair?
A very precocious small child comes up right up to Gabe.
Yeah.
Goes,
Gabe trips over him.
was your mom or dad a
Trips
bird?
over.
Am I a bird?
Are you a bird? Where did you come from? I've never seen anyone like you before.
Where'd you come from?
I came from here, obviously. Everyone knows here. But where did you come from? I've never seen anyone like you before.
I came from that way.
What's that way?
Points off to a dark forest.
My home.
What did you say, Gabe? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
My home.
Oh, okay. Your home's that way? How far that way?
Oh, it's pretty far.
Oh, okay.
I don't think you'd manage to walk it.
I could walk pretty far. I walked all the way to the docks and back.
A bit farther than that.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty far. Docks are really far away.
I'm gonna leave Gabe and this kid alone and go on ahead.
Amazing.
The kid's like, well, I have to go find my friend. We're playing hide and go seek. But I'm gonna find you later so that I can learn about your home. I've never seen a Birdman before. I gotta tell him. He'll want to know too.
I
then he
really
tears off.
expected the camera. I really expected the camera to follow everybody else, and then us to swing back around to this still happening.
Just like 3 hours later, this kid's just still drilling you with questions. Okay, so you guys get to the apothecary, and yeah, you walk in. There's like a couple people. It looks like in there, like buying like herbs and stuff. But you basically get like there's like the store section, and then there's like a almost like waiting room section. But there's still just like one counter as you walk in. It's like a big L counter. And you guys walk in, you hear the little ding-a-ling, little bell as you guys come in. And this older woman behind the counter kind of looks up and she's like, "Oh, how can I help you? There's quite a few of you."
Do I detect a case of the rattles?
Stop.
Need you to take a look at a few of these fellows over here. Seem to have come down with something on our trip.
We had spores coughed on us.
Oh,
Aren't you
my.
supposed to be?
Yes, but that's just my sick voice.
Okay. All right. I'm just checking. Just checking.
Hello.
Oh,
Hi
hey.
there.
Dr.
Uh,
Zumizama suddenly gained sentience.
I'm going to
What?
say that Bertold knows enough that he probably has fashioned a very basic mask for himself so he isn't coughing on everyone.
Sure.
Oh.
So, Ryan, to catch you up to speed. So last session, basically, everybody stopped in a cave. Because there's a big storm.
Right.
In the cave there was some zombie fungus things that they killed. A bunch of people. Your character and Samus did not get spored. Everybody else did get spored.
Uh-oh.
You guys have now come down around the Black Hills and are in Care Andrus. You guys just got to the city, and you guys stopped at an apothecary because a bunch of everybody in the party who got spored has been like coughing and feeling really sick. So you just wandered into an apothecary. That's basically where you guys are at now.
Okay, great. Sounds good.
Mm-hmm. So,
Is there any canon for why Dr. Zumizama hasn't made an appearance about this disease?
What are you talking about? Dr. Zimizama is in the other cities. We just left. Why would
that's
he be
true.
here?
He wouldn't
Yeah,
be there.
yeah.
That makes sense.
Exactly.
Dr. Zibizama is currently at the wall, single-handedly fending off the blight.
You guys have no idea how much he's contributing.
Yes. So she says, "Okay, here, let me." She yells for somebody in the back to come help customers while she basically gives you guys a checkup. So she says, "Come in here to the waiting room or whatever," and she also pulls kind of her shawl up over her face, and she "Okay, we'll just do some testing. Do you think have all of you come down with the same thing?"
Oh, definitely. Yeah. It was kind of a communal thing that we had to deal with.
Okay.
I don't like the way you said that.
We all did shrooms together.
I mean, that's probably going to be our excuse.
I step away.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. That person is just a kindly fellow who helped us here. They were not part of the incident.
I see. Okay, and then she just kind of gives, what are your symptoms? Does that, does some minor, tests or whatever, and she's like, okay, it seems like you have a cough. There's probably some, obviously there's something. So she's like, okay, how much in detail do you go into about what happened?
I think it depends on how much we're pressed on it, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, she's like, okay, if you have a cough, were you out in the rain? Did you inhale something?
We were in a gross cave, and there were mushrooms.
We definitely inhaled something.
Okay, so she's like, okay, let me, guys,
Mushroom
wait here.
spores.
I'm going to procure a, antifungal thing for you guys to basically. She's like, I'm gonna give you something for you to drink, and then I'm gonna basically try to create a little thing for you guys to inhale to try to She's basically gonna give you something that you inhale and try to hold into your lungs for a bit, and then exhale, and hopefully that'll kill the fungal stuff that's in there. It's not gonna be an enjoyable experience, but she will.
While she's doing this, I want to say her assistant comes up and she gets you. She has this drink ready. She's like, "I'm naive. I want to try and give you something to help you to breathe right now.
What is her assistant's hotness?
1 second. Let me roll a d10. 6.
A 6 hotness out of 10? That's
Yeah.
not bad.
Don't wait for me to respond. I was just curious.
Okay.
I don't know what the hell this is.
It's basically she's basically giving you airborne. It doesn't do anything for you, but it kind of tastes good, especially on your sore throat.
You're giving you
Okay.
air what?
It's basically like hot tea.
You got
Oh.
orange juice, yeah.
It's like have you ever heard of like emergency or airborne or like tablets that you
Oh,
dissolve in your water?
Yeah,
that-
I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, it's that basically.
Alka
It's a little-
Seltzer?
Yeah.
Alka-Seltzer.
Yeah, it's basically something equivalent to that.
And then the apothecary goes, Nynaeve, are you giving them your crazy concoctions again? They help!
Crazy concoctions, you say.
Can I do an insight check on this assistant?
Sure.
She seems very
Oh.
determined to help you.
Don't forget your disadvantage
does
if you're
she?
smart.
Yes. She
Oh.
believes what she's doing is helping.
That's not helpful. Fine.
I'm not trained in medicine, so my 8 is the best I can do.
I'll
Yep.
drink it.
Okay.
I am
Drink it.
actually trained.
I'll also drink it. It's fine.
Yeah, it's kind of bubbly and it warms your like throat and esophagus as you drink it. It does relieve a little bit of like the irritation and stuff that you're feeling.
How
And-
common are carbonated drinks?
Not at all. It
Not
does
at all.
not happen.
So this is a suspicious bubbling liquid. Got it.
Yes. But the woman giving it to you, she seems like she really wants to help you. Not that she is, but she really does want to.
Well, it's too late. I already drank it, so
Yeah.
drop
There
the
you go.
pretenses. What happens?
It does what I said it does.
Great.
So then the like head apothecary lady, she comes out and she's like, okay, and she has like this she's like, why don't you come into the back here? I have a better way to put she probably phrases it differently, but she basically has a cauldron brewing in the back with stuff that you're gonna inhale.
Great.
Like,
All right,
Um,
Toke.
Theraflu or...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like and you walk back there and there's just this pot of like stuff, and there's like a sheet that she has like over it, and she says, okay, I want the first person, you'll come over, I'll put the sheet over your head, take a few deep breaths, and then hold your breath as long as you can, and
All right.
then you'll
I'll
spit
give it a
out.
shot.
So Ramvik goes up, she puts the thing over your head, you take in the deep breaths, and then as you hold it in, you can feel like it's really like uncomfortable, but after you hold your breath for as long as you can, you exhale like stuff kind of like pops out, like you feel like a almost like a retching sensation as like stuff dislodges from your lungs, like almost like this black like phlegm kind of like flies out and like sizzles into the cauldron or whatever. And she's like, okay, good. She like pats you on the back and she's like, okay, great. Next person.
Do you feel better?
What? You feel better. It's still like you still feel like you don't feel sick anymore, but like it was.
You're still tired.
Yeah, you're still tired, but you're like, oh, that does feel better, and you don't feel like you have that like congested feeling anymore. So
I'll give it a go then.
okay,
Better
so
than
same
what?
thing.
Well, he's not coughing anymore, so I'll just go.
Yeah. Okay, so same thing happens. You do that, you hold your breath, and then you spit out all this stuff, and you can see like they're not like spores, but like that black ichor kind of spits out that was kind of oozing out of like the mushrooms and stuff. You can see like flecks of like it's yeah, it looks really nasty, but you do feel like like you can breathe fully again now.
All right, that is much better.
Better than what? Why are we here?
My tie. You. Never mind.
I will say
Murder,
the
give me a
amount of
go.
vapor in the room is like puffing out your feathers a little bit.
Static electricity. It's like,
No,
Yeah,
it's kind of like how birds look in the winter. How they're like
They're
all
like-
puffed up.
Yes.
that wasn't so bad.
Yeah.
Birdhold, I'd give it a go. Was it Birdhold that needed it?
And Torvid.
Oh yeah, Horrid.
Horrid. Okay. Yeah. All right. So, yeah, same thing happens. You do that, and you guys get cleared out. So, if you go through that, you do feel better. It'll take some time, but over the as you guys are there and resting or whatever, you'll also go ahead. She's like, I guess that's a little.
As you go up to do that, Nynaeve is already doing it.
Sure,
We're never coming back here again.
you can scoop.
Nynaeve, what are you doing? I need to study it.
Tim,
Sure.
can you spell that woman's name out in the chat?
No.
Okay.
No.
Uh-huh. Right. Okay, so
Thanks,
are
Brian.
all
I
of
will-
you
Ninny.
doing this? I presume.
I
yeah,
will
you can
post
get a
her name.
you can get a vial of the black ichor if you want.
There is how you spell Nynaeve's name.
Gotcha.
Nynaeve,
I
probably,
see.
or something.
I suspect she might be a reference.
It could
Oh,
be.
I see. Indeed.
Like the website just what?
I'll take your word for it.
What?
What? All right.
What?
Let's get out of here and make it like we were never here.
Yeah.
I don't want her to notice
Fuck out.
what kind of fungus would have caused this and call the Inquisition on us.
Question: do they ask for payment?
Yes.
No,
Well, now they will. Thank you, Craig.
You're welcome. I prefer not to have loose ends for this and make sure we take care of things appropriately.
How much?
yes. Let's see. Well, what would be?
Right, leave.
What's the price of healthcare in this world, Tim?
Reminder that we are like level 2 adventurers and have
Yeah.
crap all for gold, so
And probably the hospital is used to serving locals who
Yeah.
probably also have not
Why
a lot of
did you
gold,
ask?
hopefully.
like we are adventurers, but we're not rich adventurers.
Then why did you ask?
Because I thought it would be kind of weird to not have to pay for this kind of service.
How many silver
You
to a
and your
gold?
conscience.
It's
How many
100 silver to a gold,
Yeah.
I believe.
It's how
I
many?
thought no, it's 10
100.
silver to a gold, isn't it?
Oh, is it? I could be
Yeah.
remembering wrong. You're probably right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if a gold is $1, then a copper is a penny.
No.
If the gold is $1, I am
Gold is not
broke.
$1.
And
Yeah.
a
It's-
copper
Gold
might
is
be
like
$1.
$1 in like the 1800s or something.
No, that's not even
Nowhere near.
close.
Like,
A
Hmm.
hold on a second. A lifestyle expenses are like $1 a day. Like,
Okay. So I'd
It's-
probably
It
say
depends on
like
your lifestyle.
5 silver, maybe 5 silver
For
per
the
person.
cluster per person.
Yeah.
which is a modest stay at an inn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes
that's
But
kind
it
of-
is healthcare.
Yeah. That's a reasonable amount. It is also 1 electrum. For those who are.
electrums are not real.
Electrum
real.
I'm also going to
Destroying the value of
purchase
both
oil.
gold and silver.
Purchase what now?
my oil vials back.
Oh, sure. Yeah, they probably.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm-
assuming I can just buy mundane items in
Yep.
town without having to roleplay that shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's true. Yeah.
Okay,
Also,
good.
Tommy.
There's also a market.
You still
right
have the
outside,
vial
so
of
if
black
they don't
stuff.
have them here, someone in the marketplace has them.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys have been healed. Over some time, you'll recover your stamina and get your exhaustion will go away. It just is going to take it a bit of time here.
So a long rest.
Sure. Yeah.
That's literally that's what the normal thing is.
Mhm, yeah. So you guys you're not persistently infected anymore with the fungus stuff.
But we still have the level right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And what time is it?
I'd say by this time it may be like maybe
3 or 4.
What? It took us
they're
5
quick.
hours to find an apothecary and snuff and puff some fumes?
They had to prepare it, maybe. I don't know. We'll go with it.
I was
Yeah, they
gonna
probably
say-
didn't have this.
I'll say
remedy
2:30. 2:30.
ready.
215, take it or leave it.
I mean, at this point, I'm just kind of debating, like, do we just want to, like, find an inn and crash for the night and wake up in the morning without exhaustion?
At 2 in the afternoon? No.
But I don't know what. Damn it! I don't have a voice. I don't know what we've seen in this town yet, but it might be worth exploring more. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
I know
think the-
mechanically speaking we have disadvantage, but thematically speaking this is not taxing, so I would probably be okay getting bearings, going around asking questions before we
Yeah.
turn it.
I think the big thing is we're not going to be, like, actively going into, like, we're going to delve into some place.
Yeah, we're not going with
that's-
engineering or anything.
We would be
Yeah.
fine with dungeoneering. Social encounters are more disadvantaged.
Guess so.
So as you guys
So anyway, no to sleep.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys basically come out of the apothecary and basically you're right at the corner where there's the big marketplace, there's the apothecary, there's the church. You know the upper district is through the market, the lower district is where you guys just came from. As you guys kind of come out of the apothecary and are kind of milling about, I guess, maybe deciding where to go. One of the there's like a guy there with like paints and stuff, and he has like canvases, and he says, "Silver for your portrait, sirs."
I want to really quickly look around and see, like, I want to keep an eye on Inquisition activity.
That's an interesting deal, but where would I get the portrait to trade for silver?
No, I'll paint your portrait for a silver.
I'm definitely taking.
I don't
this.
have a portrait for you to paint
Okay.
over.
Beside him, he has like a bunch of like of his works, and they look like incredible.
What if I turn to Rampik and I say he's trying to say that he'll paint your silver for a portrait?
Okay, I'll give him a silver.
Okay. He's like, and he's just like, just stand there, and he like puts his easel up on a thing, and he'll start. If you guys are actually gonna pay him, he'll start painting your portrait.
I'm actually gonna pay him.
I'm keeping an eye
Yeah.
on Inquisition activity, but I'll watch this happen.
What
Okay.
a wonderful day you guys are having in Karen.
Okay, so Franklin's definitely getting his portrait painted. That's sweet. Yeah.
What
That's cool.
pose
Are
are
you-
you guys doing?
I can't imagine they pose at all, but I guess.
I'm doing like
Oh yeah,
I got my bagpipes on me, and I'm striking like an action pose, but with bagpipes.
Nice.
Like I'm pointing out at a crowd. That's the expression I'm making, like the pose I'm making.
I'll try to hover in midair with my sword pointing down in that like fucking pose that they draw every angel ever in.
You mean the axe? Your axe pointing down?
No,
Oh.
I've never had an axe.
Oh, you have a sword. I forgot. I thought you had an axe. My bad.
No. I
That's just
mentioned
'cause
that
it's
great axes are 100% more optimal for barbarians to have, and then I took a greatsword.
Okay.
There is no world where the great axe is worse for barbarians because of the brutal critical feature. I'm taking a greatsword because great swords are great.
That sounds good.
Great axes are also great.
Thank you,
No,
Torben.
Your
Okay,
pose.
he's gonna. So while you guys are getting your portraits painted, KFS, can you give me a perception check?
Oh, me, right? Sorry.
Sorry, Batman.
Now I know who you're talking about. You said perception.
It's like actual Batman.
Jeez.
Oh no.
Don't worry, guys. I have disadvantage.
So you're just like
It's the
really coming.
daytime, so
You're kind of coming off of this like head high of like having all this gunk like spat out of your body. Okay, the Sarah Angel pose. I gotcha. Yeah. So you just are kind of just out of it right now. And you're just looking around. And you just like there's just like people, like this sea of people bustling through the market, and you are just So you don't really pick out anybody specific for the Inquisition. Samus, are you doing anything while they're getting their portraits painted?
I'm also gonna check on the Inquisition activity.
Okay, can you give me a perception check?
Yes, I can. Give me 1 second. Here we go. I don't actually have advantage, so that's a 14.
Okay. Yeah, so you look around, you see that they're like Inquisition members, and it seems like they're kind of just going up and down the stalls and like asking questions to a lot of the vendors and stuff, and occasionally like that, and they're writing notes. You do over here at some point, because one of them they kind of come kind of close to where you guys are at. It sounds like they're questioning people about like it sounds like there has been accusations of necromancy taking place in the city, and that's what they are asking all these people about. Like, have you seen anything? If you hear any signs, please, hear anything about this, please let us know. We're just investigating this situation. And some people are like really just like, yeah, whatever, they answer the questions and that's fine. And then some people seem really like kind of ticked off that they're being asked all these random questions like what it's like we haven't heard about this. Why is this if this was a thing we would have heard about it from the queen and all this stuff. Like some people, it's a range of how various people react to being basically asked questions from about stuff like that. But they don't
like
seem
a
to be
general-
they're not like accusatory. They do seem just very genuinely like just trying to get as much information as they can.
Okay, got it.
Meanwhile, I'm fixated on Samus's ear or something.
Just-
No, you're watching this extremely entertaining portrait drawing that's happening.
True,
Yes.
yes. Were you gonna ask something, Ryan?
Oh, I was just gonna ask about like what people's general vibe with the Inquisition seems to be. I mean, so people are. Does anybody seem to be like really nervous that they're gonna get accused or anything like that, or is the general vibe just like?
I think
police
they're more
officer?
nervous that they're talking about necromancy in general. They're like, "Why are you talking about that? That's magic."
Yeah. For the most part, like most people just see the Inquisition as just this is a means to the end of getting, controlling magical people. Like,
Right.
they're not like, most people aren't like afraid of the Inquisition. They're just like, they're just like general, like almost like a general, like police force, I guess. It's just like, they're just here, a lot of people see them as, they're protecting us from the magical deviants, basically.
Okay.
So, unless somebody yeah.
Inquisition isn't being like overly suspicious, like accusing random people or roughing them up or anything like that.
Nope.
Cool. Okay, then I'm not going to worry about it.
Yeah. So that is just the thing. It's just, normally it must be something like a serious accusation, because at some, like, they don't usually send this many people. So they're, so that's just a thing of like, well, there's more here than you would think there should be, but
Question.
normally
Gotcha.
would be.
What kind of role would it be to determine whether or not there is a connection between necromancy and the fungus nonsense?
Probably an Arcana check.
That's kind of what I would.
Dangerous knowledge.
True.
I'm not skilled at this, and I have disadvantage, so I am like, probably unrelated.
Probably.
Nah.
That's probably mushrooms, necromancy. Those are connected.
Mushrooms are necromantic,
You
right?
also,
or are they
I will
plants?
say, your ideas of mushrooms are generally that they're awesome and that everyone should eat them.
I mean, that
Except
is my
for those
out of
ones
game.
Except for the ones in the cave.
Yeah, I mean, their view
Mhm.
might have
No,
changed
just
recently.
Your character, you just seem very okay with.
No,
Right.
I thought we established that we ate the mushrooms in the cave, or some people ate the mushrooms in the cave and they tasted bad.
Not Samus.
They're told
I
to
don't know
did
what your
not.
opinion is.
I think
but
Ramvik was the only one who ate one, right?
Yeah, I ate one and said it was terrible.
So I
Bertold
would say
decidedly did not, and is now like.
You're trying to force an opinion on someone who has role-played to the opposite.
so. What I'm saying is, Samus. I don't know what your opinion on mushrooms is, but it really doesn't matter. What I'm saying is other people in the party have a really good opinion of mushrooms.
The people who got mushrooms all over them.
Is-
were
Yeah.
So is
stored
that just like a cultural
specifically.
thing, or are you
No.
saying the people who ate mushrooms who
Or
eat these mushrooms
who
are
got
really big
mushrooms.
fans
The
of
people who
Spored.
got spored
The people who got spored.
are really
Yeah.
big fans.
They're like,
Fans
they're
of
like,
mushrooms.
hey, you want to go get lunch? Yeah, could we have some mushrooms?
Gotcha.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. What the fuck are we talking about?
Apparently, getting spored made you like eating mushrooms.
Did it?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yes.
that's canon
Any?
now.
Anyways,
Just
so you
all
all-
mushrooms now? Okay, I guess I'll
So you
put that
all-
down in bio.
so those of you who pay for it get your get a
Portrait?
portrait, and I mean it's like, you know, a decent size portrait or whatever, and you know he takes that or whatever and hands them to you guys, and it's like, thank you for your services, sir, or you know, for your
Wait a minute.
money or whatever. Thank you for your money, I guess. He supplied the service.
Thanks for your patronage, I think would be the
Yes,
correct word.
that's what I wanted to say. Thanks for your patronage, sis.
I'm gonna
and
hang this in my room.
Yep. Also, yeah. So while you guys are, so now that
You
that's
said he was
done,
gonna paint my silver. This is paper.
Actually, it's mostly cotton.
He looks at you and he takes a brush and he grabs your coin and he puts the brush on the coin and kind of like paints it one color and then gives it back to you.
Oh yeah. I walk away with both.
okay.
He's the portrait on the floor.
No, I'll
They
take the
would be
portrait.
polite and,
Assuming the coin he painted is not the coin I paid for him for the portrait,
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah.
I will
He'll
keep
just-
both.
But Bertold's just gonna like grab the portrait so that we don't leave evidence lying in the street.
I didn't do that.
Yeah, no, he brought the portrait with
I
him.
Hate that.
Fuck.
So okay. So, are you guys going to? Where are you going after that little adventure? Where are you guys wanting to go now?
I apologize because I've been gone for a session or two, but are we still hot on the trail of that dude, or are we like have we
Our
caught him
only-
already, or
Our only evidence at this point is that there was a left behind bottle of alcohol that was only known to be produced from a specific brewer or whatever here in Terandrith.
right?
So that
Okay.
is our
That's
next
what I'm
major
worried
go
about.
to that
Okay.
brewery.
Well, I guess we should try to track down that brewery, maybe if we can.
Sure,
Alright.
makes sense.
Sure. Are you gonna
How long would it take to get your... Could you, like, upgrade your stuff? Like, gear or whatever here?
if you want to buy
What do you mean by
stuff,
that?
If you want to buy stuff,
Like, increasing AC or... That's
Like
the only
buying,
thing.
you could
if you
buy
have the money to
items.
buy armor,
If you have-
Yeah, you can buy armor, but good quality stuff is going to cost you.
Because I feel like a studded breastplate or whatever I think I have. Studded? I don't know if there's
Studded
any
leather
higher
armor.
than that, at least in the core rulebook.
That's
Light.
about as good as you're gonna get for light armor. You'd have
Yeah.
to use medium or heavy if you want something else.
but I think
Yeah,
Unless you
I'm
find
pretty
magic
good, right?
armor.
Yeah, I somehow
Would you
doubt
like
you're
to
gonna
walk
find a
up and
lot
ask the Inquisition where to buy magic armor?
The Inquisition armor does look
Nope.
rather fancy.
Should we
They
join
would
the
know.
Inquisition, guys?
What?
No!
They would never expect it.
That's true.
I'm busy.
I'm not actually
Hunting down,
suggesting that.
do we know this guy's name?
I think we would.
Yeah.
But he was
Yes.
part of the mercenary organization with us.
Shit.
His name is
That's his name.
Dennis.
Rodman? Or
All right, we're off to hunt down Dennis the Menace.
I'm too busy to join the Inquisition. I'm hunting down Mini D.
Mini
Mini
D.
D. That was his guild name.
No, that was the
street name.
Mini D.
that was the name they called him when they picked on him in high school.
Mm.
Mini D. All right, Mini D. Yeah. All right. So you can so the I guess give me, for those of you who have been to the city before, so the same people who I had roll earlier, if you want to roll another history check to see if you know where this brewery happens to be.
Yup. Can do. Oh my gosh. Do I also get an advantage on this one as well?
Yes, you're still exhausted.
That's no. Do I get
No, he-
advantage on this one as well?
The
Oh,
last
yeah.
time you let everyone roll, but the people
Right,
who are native
yeah.
got advantage.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, does that mean I can
Yes.
roll?
I
Or
don't.
no?
I don't think you've been here before.
Yeah, I've never been here before. Definitely, I'm from way up north. That's fine.
Okay, so, let's see. Samus and, Kaevis, you know that this brewery is up in the upper district, so you guys gotta go through the market up to the upper district. It sits kind of up by the docks because a lot of their product gets, they just, throw crates on a boat and ship them up or down the coast if they need to. So they're that way. So you guys go through the marketplace. As you get to the north end of the marketplace, you guys come out to the. Here, I'm gonna switch maps. That's not what I wanted to do.
Hey, this
The
looks familiar.
bars!
Why is 1 second? It's all.
This
Why are
also
it's
looks
so
familiar.
zoomed in? Second. This
Okay,
it's
I see
not
it,
letting
so
me look at
I open
all
roll
of these
20.
at once. There's like 2
I'll be
rows,
right.
and it's only letting me see 1 row.
Can I move the party to the upper district?
Yeah, the Andros map. It for some reason like all the things are zoomed in for me, so I can only see 1 row at a time of these. Thank you. Yes. Okay. So you guys are coming in from like down here, in the bottom corner, bottom right corner. This is the edge of the district. The brewery is up here, in the top left corner. As you guys are kind of coming out of the district and getting into the out of the market and getting in the upper district, there's a guy standing there in some nicer attire, so he looks like he might be of the upper class a little bit, and he has a box of puppies, and he's selling puppies.
Puppies.
Are they all corgis?
Guys,
They are corgis.
Mm-hmm.
do we need a puppy?
What do you mean
There
by
Oh,
egg?
are-
dog.
There are 6 puppies.
We could have
Oh.
a band of dogs.
Are you gonna take care of it?
Of course, I'll
Eat
take
it.
care of it. He's definitely
He said
gonna forget
1
about it
gold per
tomorrow.
puppy.
Cool. Puppy.
They are
Oh.
purebreds.
Bertold's just like, why to the party? Don't. That is someone looking to scam you out of money.
Yeah.
We
I'm
can-
interested.
We can find puppies that will love you more for free.
I'm uninterested. They remind me of my lost innocence.
Innocence
At a time, yes.
must be nice. No.
Good luck.
It wasn't. I only remember the days after
Oh, so how do you know?
and during.
Never mind.
Okay. Okay. You guys are gonna pass on the puppy.
I give up on the puppies. It's fine.
Okay.
We have more important things. I know.
Yeah. So you
I buy
guys.
two.
You buy two?
Yes, we've got two
I-
puppies.
Specifically wait until everyone else decides we shouldn't get them and starts to walk away, and then I buy two.
Okay.
He spends 2 gold on puppies. Okay.
Great.
So the rest of you keep walking, and then Rampant comes up, and you guys just hear like bark, bark, and he's just holding two puppies.
Question.
What are their
Uh,
names?
What are the names? What are their sexes?
If this is not the first time this has happened, is it?
No.
Just checking. Okay, no. Alright, I'm
Rampant
just used to that.
buys puppies at every opportunity.
I don't know if those rations were worth the price.
Okay.
Really wants to know whether we're gonna have a future puppy problem in the next month, in the next year.
I will flip. I will roll a dice. Even is male, odd is female, and I'll roll it twice. Okay, so it's one
It's the
female
ugliest
and one
fucking
male
puppy.
puppy.
Oh, great.
no.
We're gonna have a whole litter.
Yes, this is
Yeah.
Barkus and Bertha, and no, you may not sex them.
I don't think that's up to us.
What? I don't think I'd want to do that.
You asked for
serious
their
now.
names and if you can have sex. Barkus, Bertha, no.
No. That was a meta thing. Bertold explicitly did not ask about anything other than. Actually, he didn't even ask for the names. He was
Anna
like,
and Shadrach.
you know, well, this is happening.
Shadrak's a good name. Barkus, Shadrach, and no.
I just wanted to know from a better perspective of like, how much of a problem will this be long run?
That's for you.
I don't know.
Probably
Rampant-
gonna be a massive problem.
That's
Rampant,
for
what
you.
did you do with the other animals you've taken?
What other animals?
Okay. Got it.
Passive insight, there have been other animals.
Okay, you have two puppies. You can.
If Ramvik sexed it, would it be like half bird, half dog?
Are you just gonna like carry?
Wait.
Are you just gonna carry them? Or are you gonna like fashion like a papoose or something for the?
I'll just carry them for now.
Okay.
One per soul.
And when for now end, we'll never see the dogs again.
All right, you have two dogs.
Corky
Um,
puppies. I know.
Adorable. Okay, so you guys walk through. As you guys get up to the gates here of the palace, you guys kind of walk past that to get up to the brewery. The gates are open, and you can see that there is, as you like a cursory glance through. Actually, give me perception checks as you guys walk past the entrance to the palace. That's probably the best way to do this.
Do we get advantage?
No.
No.
Fuck.
I have advantage.
I'm too
sorry, let me
busy
find
coughing.
Perception.
Wouldn't-
roll.
I cough at just the wrong time and ruin my like absurd roll.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, some dust in my eyes.
I will say there are storm marines guarding the entrance to the
Yeah.
palace, but
Okay, so pretty basic thing. Like there are guards there. So Franklin and Samus, you both see this. Samus, you'll see more. So you see past the storm marines in the front, you can see what looks like a probably higher rank Inquisitor member talking to someone in noble, like they look like their nobility just by their garb, you know. and they're talking to somebody, and they both like, and the nobleman or whatever looks very like frustrated. Like you can't really tell like what they're saying from this distance. So through that, Samus, you notice that also like standing there next to them, just because you get a slightly better angle because you're also taller than Franklin. You notice that like you can just see the top of the head of
A
a
very,
very
short person.
very old looking gnome that you recognize from back in Cliffport.
I
That
see.
old gnome that was in the tavern.
Who had good taste in bars.
Yes.
Got it.
Too bad I failed my perception. I think I have dialogue here.
And if you guys continue to walk past, that's that. But if whatever, I
I've
mean, there's
never
still guard.
actually spoken to that man.
Okay,
so-
fair enough.
I apparently can't see him, so.
Yeah.
So you guys just continue past up towards the brewery. Something to note.
How many
Um,
canaries does the gnome have?
The
Uh-oh.
canaries. Yeah, so you guys get up to the brewery, and you can just, walk in. They have a storefront and then like a warehouse section in the back with the distillery and all that stuff.
Cool.
So, are you just gonna walk in? Or what do you guys want to do once you've reached the brewery?
I'm
I'm gonna
happy to
finish
just
the
walk
last
in.
of the bottle. All right, we walk
Regrettably-
in.
Regrettably, it did not taste like mushrooms.
Mhm.
Regret.
I'll turn to probably just whoever led us here, basically, whoever recognized the bottle. I don't remember who that is, and just be like, okay, so this is the place.
I guess so. What the bottle seems to say.
Are we going in with a game plan here? Are we trying to investigate, or are we trying to? I mean, I
we're
imagine
here to find justice.
Yeah, absolutely. But how do we find old Many D?
Uh,
Are we just gonna ask if they recognize this bottle in particular? Or are we gonna ask if they know Dennis himself, or are we gonna play this a little more under the nose?
I give him a smirk and I like tighten my tie a little bit. Just follow my lead. I'm pretty charismatic myself.
Can I ask a question real quick? I'm not
Absolutely.
going to stop you from doing your thing. But is there like any identifying like thing on this bottle at all, or are we really just kind of shooting blind?
It might have like the year it was brewed or whatever on it.
All right,
But-
go wild, Canvas.
You only have ever seen these bottles in like top shelves of bars that you go to. Like they generally don't just give it out unless you spend a lot of money to take the whole bottle.
I mean,
They'll just fill your drink with it when you're there. So
yeah.
Would the year be telling? Like, we'd be like, oh, this is the weird, like, really old to be whatever the fuck? Or is it like, yeah, that makes sense. It's been fermenting or whatever.
Probably the latter.
Okay.
It's probably just whenever this was brewed. It doesn't seem like that has any significance on it.
Okay. We enter the bar.
All right. Yeah, so you go in and there's like they have like a counter there and people are there and there's some people in there like pretty much all the people in here are in the upper city, so like more nicely dressed, not necessarily like nobility, but like, you know, the higher income folks are here. And there's like some people that, you know, they're like sampling wines or mead and stuff like that.
Oh, interesting. Do I know anyone? If I was
give
nobility?
me a history check with advantage.
Yay. I like rolling normal. God fucking damn.
You said advantage, right?
Yeah, but
yeah,
he
but he
still
has disadvantage because I
being
still haven't
exhausted
removed
still.
the exhaustion.
So it's
That's
just
your
a normal
third
roll.
crit that hasn't worked tonight.
I'm so sorry.
I had something ready for it too. God.
And you shouldn't have
I
made
mean-
me roll. You should have just given it to me.
Then you can give it to him, Tim. I'm fine with that. If you've had something prepared, go for it.
All right. A very large gentleman in a waistcoat
Where'd you go?
seems to his coat seems to be ready to burst, like his buttons are gonna fly off of his chest at any moment. Looks around and sees you as he has his face in a goblet of this expensive wine. He immediately spits it out and goes, "What's your name again? Cavis?
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. Cavis, old boy. Simply smashing to see you."
Ah, hello. Oswald.
Oswald,
That's his.
you cheeky bastard! You know my name is Bunbury.
Of course, Bunbury.
I really expected, of course, Oswald.
A little wink.
What brings you back into town, sir? I thought you'd be gone much longer.
Gone much longer. Well, you know, I'm sort of a man of whimsy and go where the wind takes me, and I guess I was hurting for home a little sooner than I thought I would. Just wanted
you
to stop
seen
by
this?
the old brewery, the only one that's ever really sated my thirst.
I know just what you mean, sir. I came here just this morning for that. Well, you saw me. Anyway, have you seen all this nasty business with the Inquisition? Terribly bad for business, I say.
Seen them snooping around. I thought it was a little strange. Didn't really catch what was going on. Something to do with my friends here was very mesmerizing, but I've noticed that they have a higher activity than I'm used to seeing.
This is
Any
the first
idea
time
what
I
that's
think.
about?
This is the first time I think I've ever seen you not knowing exactly what's going on in town. You really have been gone a while.
Yeah. Yes. He just, I said, yeah, and there was silence, so I was like, yeah, yes.
I'd
Anyway,
like to walk up to the barkeep and order 2 leashes.
for your
You walk
dogs.
in with the dogs. They just kind of look at you like, sir, we don't allow pets in here.
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
Yeah.
Okay, Bertold may take this opportunity to go out and find leashes for these dogs.
Okay. Sure, I'm sure you can find something that'll work as a leash in the market district if you want to walk back there.
Like 2
Yes,
nooses or something.
because like, oh my god, these idiots.
Okay, sure.
So,
So you
Bunbury pours. Sorry, you can do your thing.
I was gonna say, yeah, you can go back and we'll cut to you in a second.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or if you want, we can always go to a different channel unless you want me to hear what's happening here with everyone else.
I mean, Bunbury's not a
Quiet.
Okay.
very small-voiced individual, but if we want to go to another channel, we can.
That's up to you. It just depends on if I should hear what,
Sure,
what
yeah,
everyone
we can
else
do
is
that.
doing too.
We can do that.
Is
Alright.
everyone? I guess it depends on is everyone else listening into this conversation.
The
Whoever
With
wants to
Bunbury-
can
with
listen in.
Bunbury
I
and
suppose.
Cavis.
I guess I did claim to spearhead the effort. That's everyone
You
else's
did.
choice.
You
Yeah,
did,
multiple
so
people are probably waiting back patiently for you to
finish your
Hmm.
conversation.
uh,
I am
make
gonna
good
go
on
to
your
the.
threat.
I am gonna go to the bar and order a drink.
Okay. So yeah, I guess Tim, if you and Olin want to pop into another channel while you're having that conversation, I can do stuff
Sure.
with the rest of the group. Okay. Okay. So let's So real quick, we'll jump to Okay, so Gabe ordered leashes. They don't have leashes. They also say
Mhm.
we don't allow pets in here, sir.
How can they be pets? They don't have collars.
Uh,
How are we
take
supposed to socialize them if
you
they're not gonna
you can
allow it
tell
in
that
socializing?
they were about to they're like you could tell that they were about to say we don't allow animals in here, and then they like kind of look at you and don't know how to like phrase that.
I will grab
no.
Ranvik by the collar and drag him out.
Okay.
Bertold will. Okay, so Bertold will also grab the puppies and carry them out.
Okay.
Deep into pod.
I
Ranvik is
figured
still holding them,
Ranvik was
right?
holding them, but yeah.
I am
Oh,
still
okay.
holding them. Yes.
Good.
They don't
I
have
don't
leashes.
need to do that.
Of
I'll just say, okay, Ravik. I don't
Yes?
think this is the right place to get collars. I'll go get 2 collars, and I'll come back and we'll hopefully have the info we need by then. And
I'm really glad that you're the one getting the collars because I already forgot not Barkus's name.
Oh, okay. Sure. Anyway, I'll be right back in like I don't know. What amount of time seems reasonable to my character?
Sprawled out on the floor is what you would assume to be this guy. And he's laying there, his eyes like wide open and his like mouth agape. And he's just laying there like stiff on the ground. It seems to be Dennis, yes. And you see no. And you see that there is one like his like he's like um you can see he's not like shirtless, but you can see like there's like a big patch of where like his clothing would have been on his chest, and this rune or whatever, like the brand is like sunken down into his chest, and he just looks like ghostly white, and like his he's like in like rigor mortis, like his hands and like legs are like crunched up.
I guess the first thing I want to do is ensure that he's dead. I'll check for a
Sure.
pulse.
Yeah, he's definitely dead.
Okay.
Like he's toast.
Well, my assumption is, I don't know. It would make sense if someone else was here trying to give secrets away. I mean, I could try and look for signs that someone else was here, or that he was thrown down the stairs. Makes sense.
So you get there are guess you can give me a perception check while you're
Yeah, I
having
can give you. Okay, that's
Okay.
not as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
Sure. So you're down here, like, you notice that there are like what seem to be like you notice there's like some uh I'll give you this. There out of the corner of your eye, like as you're looking around, like as you're kind of fumbling around down here, you like kick over like a box or a toolbox or something like that's just down here in the basement, and as it pops, like, tips over and opens, you see that there's like um a little journal that comes out.
Mm. I'm gonna. As I'm going over to the journal, I'm gonna roar up the stairs because I don't want to take my eyes off the scene.
Sure.
Be like,
Yeah.
Samus, down here.
Sure. So you hear that from upstairs. Okay. At this point, the other guys have come in and they're like looking around the house, like, you know, one of the guys is like inspects the fireplace, and he's like poking around in the smold in the cinders. He's like, looks like something got like there's documents or something got burned in here. Like there's little traces of paper.
I will finger through the journal.
Sure. And it looks like, so it starts out where it's like this guy, like it seems like it's his personal journal, and it starts out where he's like, uh, it's one of those things where it's like, it's like, I was told I should start keeping a journal because I seem to, have lapses in memory and stuff like that. Um, uh, Occasionally, so he's been writing down stuff, and there's like certain pages where it seems like it's becomes like his standard writing, and then it's like more manic writing, like I can feel it coming on, I need to get out of the city, stuff like that. So you get the sense that whatever his condition was, is that's what kind of prompted this. But he also starts to go into facts where he's like, I met a strange man in the harbor, and he was talking to me about a crew he runs with, um and that sort of stuff. And you realize that he's ended up getting into league with the pirates because they promised him all this stuff. He talks about being branded, and then from that point on, he talks about how his memory lapses seem to have gotten worse, or he feels like sometimes he can see himself doing things that he wouldn't have done otherwise. And then he ends up like, I need to get away from the pirates and join the guild so I can help, do something good with my life. And through that, it basically seems like he joined the guild, and was trying to find a way to break this curse with the pirates. And it seems like there was some sort of like mind control effects or something they did with him. And he was also talking about like, if I think they know I've been trying to break the curse. I think they're going to kill me. I can feel the thing burning in my chest. Um, and like, that goes on for a bit, and then he says, um, I can't believe what I have done. I betrayed the guild against my will. Um, with with the main forces gone, I fear that the pirates will attack Cliffport. Um, and then and then it just kind of goes into like ramblings about that and him transforming and all this stuff. And then he says, uh, as my last will and testament, uh, I believe the dark one has coming. Uh, what did I have his name? Ebon will come to kill me. And then it's that, and then just kind of cuts off there.
Mm.
And that is where we will leave off this week.
Okay.